Happy Sunday. This is video number 3 out of this quartet this weekend. And these are existing short positions and a few words about each one. Falcor Lodging Trust. I've got more and more real. I think if it was in the sectors that are in most abundance, and I would say retail, energy, and real estate. And so here's Falcor Lodging Trust, FCH. Big symmetrical triangle pattern here. And we have punctured that lower trend line a couple of times, done some damage to it. FFIV, F5 Networks. I hesitated shorting this for a while because it's really never had, except for way back in the internet bust, hasn't really had a big plunge yet. But the damage it's done to this trend line, which doesn't just go back to the financial crisis, it goes all the way back a good 16 years. So, but it's been punched, it's been punctured, and I've got to stop here right above Thursday's high. That is 128.61. Retailer FINO Finish Line. This is my one I'm being very patient with. It has, in a few instances, kind of made some jumps down, but each time it seems to recover. But this is a gargantuan topping pattern, and I have every faith that ultimately it's going to get the bejesus scared out of it. Here's a big one. General Electric. Now, I did a post on this ages ago. Well, ages, probably weeks. I forgot if it was a slope plus or everybody or what, but it finally started kicking in. In this instance, we've been working with this kind of sloppy topping pattern up here. And Friday was the big day because it finally kicked down. Now, it had a lot of fight in it because it opened near its low and fought back and closed near its high. So I've actually, in spite of this line right here, my stop is at the gap. My stop is just above Thursday's low. That is 26.61. But I've got a decent sized position in this, and we'll see if this is the start of something bigger. GPI. This is Group 1 Automotive. Kind of a sloppy pattern here on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd probably give this pattern about a 6 in terms of clarity. But the stop I've got on this one as we zoom in is at 62.94. Another energy one here, Gulfport Energy. A huge head and shoulders pattern. And we're beneath the neckline. And here I've updated the stop to 13.89. HNI. Heine. This is our broken trend line here. And a double top plus a gap. All kinds of things. And it's been meandering. There's really no better word for it for weeks now. I've got to stop on this one, I think at 40.52. HSC. Harsco. You can see the pattern quite plainly here. And finally starting to move. And so the stop I've got is 16.21 in this case. A few more of these. Here's good old IMAX, which has been my faithful friend for a while now. You can see that it has, unlike so many stocks, it's been a real trooper. Just kind of melting away. Melting. A very steady descent, and I'm just kind of ratcheting the stop tighter as we work our way down. I won't consider covering it until we hit that green trend line below. A couple of ETFs I remain short also. Here's IWM, and I got the stop. Actually, I've got a tight intraday stop on this one. I forget what it is, but yeah, obviously we don't want to see it puncture above that red line. I'm also short IYR, the real estate ETF. Had a good down day on Thursday. Really barely moved on Friday. But here, this long-term trend line, going back to the nadir of the financial crisis, this has been punched through here, to a lesser degree here, and finally really fell and retraced. You can see that it fell, retraced, beautiful kiss, the underside of the trend line, starting to sink away. So definitely some erosion and damage going on up there. And why do we end here at JCPenney? This one, on the one hand, could be tremendous if it, just fundamentally is in. It's obviously in horrible shape. This is another giant pattern. It's been really battered, and there's a risk here. You saw like on I think last Thursday with Sears. Sears came out and said, "Oh, we're going to sell tools through Amazon now," and that spiked the stock up really big. Although a lot of that went away on Friday. So a stock and a company this battered, that's always vulnerable, particularly since it's $5 now. So I don't have a big position on this, but I've got my stop set above this line. It's 5.22. All right, well that's it for the freebies. I'll do the final chunk for Slope Plus, and well, I'll do the best I can to kind of stay on top of things for this week. Things should return to normal the following Monday, the 31st of July, and I'll also make my glorious return to my Tasty Trade show on that day too. All right, well, thank you.